Made some progress. All these frames are finished. We're getting to the painting phase. Thankfully, they've been in here way too long. They needed a lot of work. But basically what this is, this clear coat that's on top of it, no, it's not how they'll look when they're painted. This is a tip found on one of the forums on Facebook. Using turpentine and this flood penetrol. And basically what that does is penetrates deeply into the wood to allow the stain, which is behind here, to penetrate deeper, or actually not stain, but the primer, to penetrate deeper into the wood. And this is an oil-based primer. This was what's suggested for the longevity of the windows. Now these are third-story windows. They don't get a whole lot of care and wash and everything else because they're so far up in the house. So basically I'm doing this to all the windows I'm going to do, but also this will be like the end-all be-all of coats for a long time for this window. It won't last forever, but it'll give me a better chance of having the paint that's made today, waterborne paint, make it work a lot better and last a lot longer. I think it was DIY Old House Fix is where I got this tip from. But you basically flood this penetrant on there, and it soaks into the wood. When it gets tacky, then you can paint the primer on it. Do the primer, which I'm about ready to set up to do. But, instead of completely dry, they want tacky because, well, you still want it wet to allow the stain, or what do I call it, stain? The primer to really seep into the wood. But just giving you a heads up. And these are the finished setup. They're all repaired and everything and functional. Strip the paint off most of them. What you see here, see those little lines of paint in there? If you felt that with your finger going across it, you'd feel little ridges in the paint, or in the wood. That's just from it being exposed for so long. Instead of sanding and sanding and sanding and creating like a well here in the window sash, I just used some of the, here, let me get it. Excuse my mess. I got some of this on discount at Menards when they were giving it away. But it works. It works really well. It dries pretty quick and allows me to get back to work as soon as possible. I know you see a lot of that on some of these windows because they were just that bad. Like this one was really bad with that. I really didn't want to sand it all the way down to get rid of the grooves because I just have such a wonky window after that. Now it's not a filler, as in if you have a gap filling. It's more like if you have scrapes and things, or if you have divots in the wood, things like that to fill. If you want to fill, you use this other stuff that I have, the Abitron. And that's what that is. That's that white deal you see there. It's bonded to the wood so it'll never leak again in those spots. And that's what's happened with this one. Someone had a chunk of wood in there. It broke, so they put a nail in it, but didn't caulk either side of it, so the water got behind it and just, it just got worse. This is the permanent fix for that, for all that you see up there. They also fixed a lot of these, because there's so many nails that went through here. People were just nailing all sorts of nails in here to try to get this rail from dropping so bad. And it left some scarring there on both sides. The dowels in here will prevent that from ever happening again. Then if you have to take apart the window for some reason, you just drill out these dowels. And then the window will come apart. Some of these I've used staples on. Like this one, you see the little staple marks? Some in this window. And the staples work pretty good. You get 1 inch long. They're going to be crown staples. And they work pretty good. I tried to find half-inch wide staples, but I couldn't find them. I don't have to order everything online. I have to wait for it all the time and just go to Menards and get it. Anyway, that's my update for today. Oh, and you mix the turpentine and the flood 1 to 1. So 1 part to 1 part. All right, thanks. I'll talk to you later. Rate, comment, subscribe.